Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a recipe for some chicken pita pockets. If you guys would like to know how I made these, then please keep watching. I have reused this chicken, so it is leftover from yesterday's iftar. This is a really cool way to reuse your food. So if you guys would like to see how I gave my chicken a new lease of life, then please keep watching. So you will need some fresh chicken or some leftover chicken. This recipe is perfect for reusing any leftover chicken you may have. So on this chicken I've literally got a really mild seasoning. So I'm just going to spice that up a bit, but that's how much chicken I've got there, which I'm going to use. You'll also need some diced onions, some yogurt, a load of different seasonings. I love mixing different seasonings together. So I've got peri peri seasoning, I've got Cajun seasoning, I've got chicken seasoning and tandoori seasoning. So I'm just going to mix a bit of all of them together, but if you want to just keep it as one, you can choose any one that you like. I've also got some salt, some cumin seeds, some dry coriander, some red chili flakes and some paprika and cayenne pepper. So to start off, in a bowl I am firstly going to add some yogurt. In this bowl we're just basically making some marination to put on top of the chicken. So I've added 2 tablespoons of yogurt, and now I'm just going to add in the variety of different seasonings I showed you. So firstly going in is some tandoori masala, half a teaspoon, the same amount of chicken seasoning, same amount of Cajun seasoning, and the same amount of peri peri or peri peri seasoning. Just going to give that a good mix. You start to smell all the different spices, and at this point you'll be able to see the colour and everything. So you may still need to add some more yogurt or some more spices depending on what you like, but for me that's enough of the seasonings. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of cayenne pepper as well as some paprika, and then I'm going to add in a quarter of a teaspoon of chili flakes and give that a good mix. I'm only adding a bit of chili flakes just because all the seasonings have their own spices in it, so you don't want it to go too spicy. So in a bowl I've shredded all the leftover chicken. I just did this by taking the chicken off the bone and then just literally getting a knife on a chopping board and cutting through it. Because the chicken was cold, I wasn't able to use like a fork to pull the chicken, but if your chicken is still warm, you can do that. It'll probably be a lot easier than with a knife, but I've shredded everything. You can see there's quite a lot of chicken in this bowl. And on the other side I've got my marination, so I'm just going to put the chicken into the marination and just give it a good mix. Make sure we're coating everything really nicely. In a pan I've added about a tablespoon of oil, and I've got this pan on a very low heat. It's on my back gas, not towards the front, so it's on the middle one, and I'm just going to add in a handful of diced onions. So why we put onions into a pan and why we're using a pan to like coat and cook the chicken is because when you kind of add onions in a pan, and when we're going to put chicken in the pan, it makes it taste really nice and fresh, like it's just been cooked today. Because the last thing we want is for anything to taste like it is leftovers. So just by doing small things like this, you'll be able to transform your dish. By putting it on the pan, our chicken is not only going to heat up, it's also going to absorb all of the new seasonings and marination and things that we've added. So I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of salt. Let's give that a good mix. So I'm also going to add in the rest of the spices that I had. So half a teaspoon of dried coriander, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. These are flat teaspoons, half teaspoon, not heaped. And a quarter of a teaspoon of crushed chilies. Give that a good mix. So once we've stirred everything and the onions are slightly light brown, we're going to add in all of the chicken that we just marinated. Then you just want to give everything a good stir so that the onions and the spices that we're adding on the pan are also coating the chicken. This step will probably take some time just because we're wanting the marination to cook. And we're wanting the chicken to get warm as well and the spices to get infused inside the chicken. So it's not as simple as just a quick stir and take it off the gas. So I'm putting the heat up to a medium heat now. Just giving that a good stir. So just to add a bit more colour to the chicken, I'm going to sprinkle in some paprika. Not that much, just a bit, just for the sake of colour and things. If you want the chicken to be a bit more red, you can also add in food colouring, but make sure you add that like before you put it on the gas. So I'm carrying on stirring it for a while. I'm going to stir for about 5 minutes and then I'll check back in. So after stirring it for 5 minutes, the chicken is not only looking bland, it's also tasting a bit bland. So I'm just adding a bit extra cayenne pepper into the chicken. So all in all, we've got about half a teaspoon of paprika and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in this so far. You start seeing the colour really come through now. So now that I've sorted out the way the chicken tastes and the spices and everything, I'm now going to sort out the texture of the chicken. So because it is looking still a bit dry and we want this to be inside pita bread, so you want it to be a bit more kind of not runny but just a bit more, I don't know how to explain it. But you don't want it to be runny, but you don't need it to be too dry, so you want it somewhere in the middle of that. So I've added in a tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoons of yogurt into the pan, and now I'm just going to give that a good mix. You want to keep the gas on completely low because as you can see the chicken has shrunk drastically and we don't want it to get any more kind of fine than this. So just give it a good mix. It will take a bit of time. Once the chicken is cooked, it should look like this. As you can see, the chicken is binding with each other, but it's not like completely binding with each other. So it's like the perfect texture that we need. So I've taken it off the gas and I'm literally going to put this aside. And then I'm going to prepare the pita bread and the filling and whatever I want inside that. So I'm now going to prepare the pita bread. So I've got all my salad cut here. I've got some cucumber, tomato, lettuce, onion and sweet corn. I've also got some plain pita breads here. These are just normal ones from Tesco, and I've got my chicken ready. So before we make the pita bread, it's a good idea to warm them somehow. So I've got my George Foreman grill on here and I'm just going to toast the pita bread just a bit, and it will make it easier for it to be cut into pockets. So I'm just going to do that now. So it's been a minute and I'm just going to turn these around. You can also put these into the oven. So now I'm just going to leave these for another minute and then they'll be done. So I've cut the pita bread into pockets. As you guys can see, they're like this, and you don't want to cut them all the way, you want to leave them halfway. So now I'm just going to go ahead and stuff them with chicken and salad. So I'm just going to put this back into the grill once I've stuffed it. It will just help to bind the pita bread together and it'll give it a nice colour. So guys, once you finish making your pita pockets, they should look like this. I've served it with some salad, and inside the pita bread I've also got my salsa. If you guys haven't already seen that recipe, then I'll link that down below for you guys. But anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really, this video was all about promoting that we should not waste food, especially in Ramadan. I know it's really difficult. Sometimes you get iftar from family and friends that you don't get to finish. So things like this can really help to kind of reuse that food and add a different touch to it. So I hope I've inspired you guys. And if I have, or if you've got any cool ways on how to use leftovers, then do comment down below. I know a lot of people will be happy to read them. But until next time, oh, if you haven't subscribed, then do subscribe, and please like and share. I'm thankful for all the support that you guys are giving me. And until next time, bye.